started in the district Dockland, so we've been here for 10 years.
It can be a challenge, but it's also very rewarding. The fact that you're your own boss is a nice feeling.
The customer service that we provide.
Yes.
We're not just a shop that a person sits behind the counter waiting for the customer to come to us.
Little subtle items that just make a home warmly.
Customers, especially who are looking for the Manchester side, who don't understand what the difference is between cotton and bamboo and Egyptian sheets and things like that. So we explain that to them and give them the knowledge so they can make an informed decision.
Today we're here with Rosemary and Vince, the founders of Dream in Style. How are we?
Good.
Very
How are
good.
you?
Good. I'm great. Thank you. I want to know about your business. Ever since I've started coming here, I've loved all the things that you bring in, what's on the shelves. So tell us what Dream in Style is.
Well, Dream in Style is a family retail business that we started approximately 10 years ago in the district Docklands, and we came into this venture because we wanted to do something different that we hadn't done previously. So we thought, let's give retail a shot, and Rosemary has been running it for 10 years and doing pretty well under the circumstances with everything else going on in the world in the last 10 years. And so we're still here. Rosemary can give a bit more information.
So we focus on to keep the business going very strong in customer service. The business is run obviously 7 days a week. It is generally family operated, myself, my husband, my daughter, occasionally a helper. And first couple of years were a little bit tough. I've never been in business before, and then slowly we gained a bit of skills with buying and etc. and what customers' needs are.
Amazing. So the items you actually select for in here, there would be, you can tell it's like a really homey feel. Is there any thought process behind what you select, or if it's for aesthetics or a typical home? Is there any of that?
Yes, we have a approach where initially I did a lot of research onto a lot of wholesalers and bringing things in direct as well. So there's a wide selection of wholesalers that we choose from. I've got a list of about 80 wholesalers that I select from within Australia, and we obviously try and get the things at really great prices so we can offer them at great prices. And the way we select things is what would we put in our home for an affordable price at a great quality. So that's the approach that we've done, and we select our own pieces from this range of wholesalers, and pretty much we do it that way.
And what items do you sell in here for people that don't know? Just a rough range of them.
Our hot sellers obviously are throw rugs, cushions, quilt covers, homewares, wall arts, many items.
Don't forget the Egyptian cotton
cotton sheets.
Those ones, yeah, they're the first things
really
I
nice.
They're the first things I heard about.
Once you sleep in those, you won't want to go back
You
to
won't
anything
go back.
else.
I've been informed that they're for winter and summer, which is
exactly
the thread count, which is very important. Now, who came up with the name?
The name, well, it's a mix of just investigating what kind of name I wanted. There was a different name I was playing around with, which people wouldn't have understood. In my head, it made sense. It actually would have been good, but I translated that to an extent and came up with Dream in Style, not knowing that Dream in Style is actually used for other products overseas. So.
Yeah, well,
which are totally unrelated.
Yeah.
To our products, yeah.
That's perfect. This is an independent store. Family run, like you've said. What other elements make you different to these other commercial retailers?
Definitely price point. If I compare myself to some of the big retailers, I still find that we're pretty on the lower end of price point, but still at the good quality. So there's a balance there. What else? And I suppose I don't have 1,000 pieces of the same product.
Yeah.
It's more, 10 units.
So we generally like to change the products consistently. So we're not stocking. Look, the things that work, we continually stock. The things that are popular. Other items like the homewares especially, we change them very consistently and often because, like I said, we don't order 1,000
Yeah.
pots, the same
Yeah.
pots.
And we've
So
got
we're-
regulars that
Yeah.
want to.
So we like changing. That brings the regulars in to have a look, to see what's new, and obviously it brings other people in as well.
Yeah, that's great because every time I come in here, there's always a new picture frame or there's always, like you said, new little things, and even I go exploring around because it's not just a stock standard. You get the same thing everywhere. You've really individualised everything.
Yes.
To
And
the
the other
space.
aspect that we bring is the customer service that we provide.
Yes.
We're not just a shop that a person sits behind the counter waiting for the customer to come to us. There's a lot of customers, especially who are looking for the Manchester side, who don't understand what the difference is between cotton and bamboo and Egyptian sheets and things like that. So we explain that to them and give them the knowledge so they can make an informed decision as to what they want to purchase.
Yeah, of course. And I think that whole family-run business, like, it's used behind the counter. It's your love and passion for the business, which gets pushed forward to the clients and the customers, and they can see that. When you first started with this idea, the vision, how has it kind of become what it is?
Well, we started in the district Dockland, so we've been here for 10 years, but we've relocated to different shops pretty much because obviously this centre is in a rebuild phase or a renovation phase, and we've had to move out, but they've looked after us, so that's been good. So when we first started, we were in the laneway and we focused mainly on Manchester, and I remember bringing the leasing guy from the district Docklands down to have a look at our new shop that we just opened up, and he said, look, it's very nice, but it needs to be more dense. I had no idea what he was talking about because it was my first venture into retail, and having a look at those photos now, I understand what you meant. Basically, we had the shelves and we had one homeware product on one shelf. So we've grown from understanding that, obviously, that we need more products, and we've now grown into this, so where the shelves are pretty full, and the storeroom at the back is full as well. So I'm surprised we survived in the first 2 years.
I would love to, like, after this interview, see though if you've got those pictures, and then we can put like a bit of a side by side from how your vision's kind of grown. Let's say for me, right, I'm pretty useless with knowing. I just get whatever sheets fit the bed. But if someone comes in here, a customer, and they want to know what's going to be good for their bed, what should they be looking for? What's some tips and tricks that you have?
Well, first you need to. First, we ask if you've got any allergies. If you've got an allergy to polyester, then you don't go polyester, you don't go microfiber, you don't go anything synthetic.
Right.
So then, if that's the case, you're limited to a natural product like cotton or bamboo, and then it's about the budget. So if you want the top end, then we've got a selection for the top end. Now, obviously, the higher you go in the top end, the better the quality and the longer it will last, right? So, our bottom end is not going to peel after 12 months, right? So even the quality of our bottom end is really good for the price that we sell them at. So they're the things that we would ask. So depending on the budget, that's where we start.
Yeah, and it's obviously important to invest in like that, the bedding and the sleeping, because you're in it for a third of your life, I guess.
Yeah.
And also, if we sell something a dud, you're not going to come back.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Focus
for
on
us.
the quality too.
Yeah.
Which is
not
to get
everybody
repeat.
Not everybody.
What's the is it the Egyptian sheets that's at the highest range? Is that
on our range? It's the Egyptian sheets. They're the ones that you'll get. The better quality in our range. There's the next level that we don't stock at the moment, but we can order them in for specific customers. Linen. The only problem with linen is they are nice. They will last for generations, but they'll actually feel better by the time your kids get them and their grandkids get them. So the more you wash linen, the better it gets.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a
It's
it's a long process
Right.
to get them to feel as
Interesting.
as comfortable.
Well, now that you're bringing that up, I know there's some debate out there. You know, some people might wash their sheets every week, every second week, every third, or every month. What's their opinion? Rosemary, how often should someone wash their sheets?
I used to wash them every week.
You're going to say every day. I got
Nah,
scared for a
nah.
second.
Now we've extended it to every fortnight.
Yeah.
However, if you've got a sweaty summer, obviously once a week,
just, yeah.
you know when,
Play with the times.
yeah.
But also it depends on whether whether you use the top sheet or not. Some people don't use the top sheet.
Which means then your quilt cover.
So basically, you've got the fitted sheet.
We're getting to the sheets right
Yeah,
now.
that's right. You've got the fitted sheet down the bottom on the mattress, and
Yep.
then you've got the top sheet.
Yep.
Some people don't use the top sheet.
Yep.
So we use the top sheet, and we sleep in between here, and then you've got the quilt cover on top.
Yeah.
If you don't have a top sheet, then you're pretty much got the quilt cover on top of you. So obviously, you
That
need to
will
wash
need to
the
get
quilt
washed.
cover more often.
Mm.
So that's another
Another-
factor.
Yeah, right. Well, I have electric blanket, then the fitted sheet, then a sheet, then a blanket, then a doona.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't have to wash anything.
Not even yourself.
What is an item that you would typically recommend someone? Something that someone wouldn't typically go for, but it could potentially transform their space.
I'm going to rephrase that question to my answer.
Yeah.
Right? So what I would do is I would go for products that you like in a reasonable price range, so you're not spending a fortune on that room, and that then gives you the flexibility to change that every 6 months, a year.
As your
So
tastes
you
change.
can then change your environment, and
Yeah.
and it's like changing a house.
Well,
Without-
the environment's important. Like
yeah.
sometimes
So-
for mental health and stuff. So
Yeah.
So sometimes people come in with a photo of their couch
Yeah.
and an empty wall.
Yeah.
So with that we can play a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's their taste. We can only suggest.
Yeah.
So you'll match the wall art, say, with a throw, and then maybe some cushions,
But
that
if you
sort of thing.
spend $10,000 on a room, you're not likely to change that space, in 12 months. Because of the amount you've spent, you're going to want to stay with that for 5 years, 7
Yeah.
years, or whatever, and then that becomes boring. I personally think the less you spend, obviously with nice quality stuff, you can then change it more often
Yeah.
and make it feel like a new home.
I like that because I've always thought, okay, you just deck the room out and that's it,
Finished,
right? You
yeah.
might change the pillow, once every year or something. But, your approach is buy high quality. It's pretty much what you sell at a little bit of a reduced rate. And you're constantly got a fresh new environment
Yes.
every 6 to 12 months.
So we
Oh.
can book you in for a styling
Yeah,
after
yeah,
this
yeah.
and redo your home.
Done,
Excellent.
done.
Done. Book
My
him in.
place is just a black doona cover and a white wall. So
All right.
I need all the help I
Right.
can get.
That's a blank canvas.
What is a piece that you might sell that makes any home luxurious?
These days, I think a throw is beautiful on your furniture, followed by probably some candles to just give it that nice feel. These days, obviously, then we've got the electric diffusers that make you relax. Little subtle items that just make a home warmly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the throw is a good one. If
'Cause
you
we-
buy a nice, comfortable throw, you're pretty much throwing it on top of you when you're watching TV.
Nightly.
And it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
I've bought a few throws from here. Very comfortable. I fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah, that's
That's
exactly
the idea.
But it's a good point because between $50 to $100 and you can buy a throw, candles, diffusers, and
And
you can
just sit-
turn your blank canvas like what I've got
into
to something that
nice.
looks luxurious.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. After a hard day's work, you just want to relax.
Just want to relax, put
And
the
we've
candle
got
on.
really good throws from $17.95 all the way to $110.
What do you love most about this, running this business?
Look, it can be a challenge, but it's also very rewarding. The fact that you're your own boss is a nice feeling, and I think I'm very grateful to have been here for 10 years and hopefully a little bit more. Yeah, it's just a nice nice to know the efforts that you've put in and that you're still succeeding under the current environment.
Yeah.
We've had COVID, we've now got, the war, we've got all sorts going on.
Do clients ever come in and show you what you've sold to them and how much it's made their space look
Yes,
like
yes.
that
yes.
before and after pictures?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah,
Really
that's
good.
nice. That's
So
nice.
the other aspect that I like is finding new wholesalers or finding products that work well and negotiating with those wholesalers to try and get better deals as well and better discounts and stuff like that. Like I said, so we can then pass those savings on. So that's one aspect I like. Obviously the other one is once we've done an order, by the time we receive the order, I can't remember what we ordered. So
it's
opening
like
the box
like
is
Christmas.
like Christmas all over again. Every time I receive it. And dealing with customers.
Yeah,
That's like we get
To
a
be
lot
honest,
of customers
yeah.
where, because like I said, we like to provide the old-fashioned service.
Yeah.
So I like to have a bit of a joke and a talk with the customers, and most of them appreciate it. Some of them don't understand my jokes, but that's okay. But that friendly nature,
Yeah.
gives a nice interaction between us and the customer.
and they look forward to coming back.
Yeah, we do get a lot of repeat customers who like
Yeah.
that interaction as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So you two are our first husband and wife that we've interviewed. So it'd be lovely to hear, how it is working with each other.
Well, that's interesting. Before we started, I had a lot of hair, and so yes, it's an interesting dynamic working with your wife. Obviously, there are things that you both agree on, and things that you don't agree on. You've got to find ways of compromising because there's a lot of products that when we do our orders, she'll say, "Oh, I love this," and I'll say, "Oh, I don't like it," I wouldn't. And then I'll do the same thing.
You've
and
got to
then she'll
compromise.
Say, so there's compromise there, and the other aspect that's we obviously get around is I like to buy and spend more. She's more on the finance side, so she controls the spending.
Yeah.
So that works well as well because it's a good partnership, that one.
And you've got to switch off. Like after hours, there is times where you've got to do orders. That's just part of the business. And I like to do it together sometimes for some ideas. But then there is times where you've got to say that's, time out.
Yeah. Or you would go home, and let's just say you've had like a bit of a stressful day or anything like that. You just have to go home and just living together. So I guess there's a point where you have to learn how to leave work at work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, or brief discussions and move on.
Yeah.
Sort of
A
thing.
little bit of like boundaries and stuff on certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream and style. What
Yes.
is the dream?
My dream was, remember that Costco site?
Yes.
Yes, my dream was to buy that and convert it into Dreaming Style.
Hey, I think it just got sold. We just
Yeah, I
missed
know.
it. We
That's
must have
right.
just missed the
Yeah,
bid.
just missed it.
Dream,
I had an offer
dream,
in.
dream is to get the business to the level that we can have someone manage it, so we can just back off a little bit.
Self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient, yeah.
Unfortunately, we haven't got to that stage yet.
Yeah.
There's too many factors that
Have come
have
our way.
interrupted along the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
But that would be ideal.
The dream's there. I think, like I said, this is the only store I've actually come into, like a home, shop where I've actually like looked around. Usually I'm like either just walking straight by, and I've come in and I've always looked at like what I wanted to buy and things like that. I think it's a very unique place. What's some advice that you would give to someone who might potentially want to start in retail?
Do your investigations first. Obviously, figure out what product line you want to stock. Find your wholesalers or whoever else you're going to get your products, and work out what the best cost prices you can do. Are they competitive to existing competitors, obviously, and work out what you need to be able to survive, for the business to survive.
And be realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and low risk, ideally, because these days you can
Yeah.
lose your property.
Yeah,
You can
look,
lose.
we've had a few discussions with a few retailers where they've locked themselves into a 10-year lease, and if you're young and you've got a product line that will work, that's great. But if this is if you're in your 50s or your 40s, like we were in our 50s, or me, it's a big risk to take on a new enterprise with a 10-year lease, not knowing
Yeah.
or not
Yeah,
having experience in it and not knowing what's coming around the corner.
Yeah.
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 So just do your research.
Yeah.
Don't lock into anything
not to
too
lock
long
in.
Too
straight
long,
away.
yeah, initially.
Trial it. Like you can do pop-ups, you can do markets
can do
these days, you can
Yeah.
do
few
a lot
months,
of things
yeah,
to
yeah.
see if that business proposition works.
Amazing. Great advice. Thank you very much for answering all the questions. It's a really nice insight. You know, obviously I know a lot, but hearing more today, you know, was a deeper insight to Dream and Style. Now, I want to try something that, you know, might be a little bit difficult, like a little activity. We do it with a few of the businesses. So is there something that you might have, you know, to show me and see if I'm good enough to do it?
Yeah, okay, we can use this as a trial to, you know,
For a
see
job?
whether you're worthy of working with us, so you're capable of working with us. Let me just stand up. This is one of our blankets,
Yeah.
and
What do I have to do?
we want you to fold it up and put it on the rack with the hanger with the rest of the
Hanger.
blankets.
Are you going to show me how to do
There's
it first?
a particular way of folding it,
Okay.
so it extends on the hanger at the right.
So you're going to give him some suggestions?
All right, so can I see the example first, and then I reckon I'll nail it.
Grab you an example.
You grab me an example. Show everyone, and okay. So, all right,
That's the length.
okay. All right, I got it.
These are our
Got it?
king blankets.
King blankets.
For $34.95.
So you want me? I see what you did. You made this a bit more difficult than it had
Just
to
a little
be.
bit, yeah.
You do this by yourself usually.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Ooh. All right, I got this. So I need the long ones. Look at this. Look at this. I'm already nailing it. I do have to fix my bed at home. So I feel like
That's not what I hear.
usually my niece comes in and I get in trouble. Okay, this is challenging.
There you go.
Alright, so that's roughly there. Whoo, this is long. Alright, bang, fold it. And then I don't want to touch the ground. I don't know what's the thickness. Alright, so I don't want to touch the ground either. So I'm going to commit here. Whoa. Oh, can I just buy it and then I just take it home like this?
Yeah, done. Beautiful.
All right, I think that's ready to go up. Intense.
Before and after.
For another.
I think you got it inside out for starters.
Now there is a
Too
secret.
long, actually.
Is there a secret?
Yeah, two people
Hey,
folding.
it's the same. Yeah, two people folding. Again, thank you for having me in today. Thank you for making me look like a like I never done a blanket before. This was great, and yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. If you found this valuable, be sure to follow along for the remainder of our 30 in 30 series. And if you want to support this business, check out their details below.